Midofo Rose, Diamond Grand Ray Estate 4, and I'm a meniaji say you. And then Missuma your land owner, say Ebano Land Promotions in Quadia, Diamond Grand Ray Estate, ye number 1. Make us say ya promotion air cost of the day. Very huge discount. Yes, and you don't come Dentura, as I say, ye 28,000, ye about 22,000. Obey mine, 18,000, ye about 12,000 Ghana cedis. Sasi niya ye genuine, no longer, no litigation. Upa sasia eni nsuomudia, endi nsutobre, ena osa oto asasi. Intimedia dance say Diamond Grand Ray Estate, ye number 1. Omo payment plan. Ube tuyetuan en kakra. Promotion we first 10 people ebe beto asasi no. Ebenya 10 bags of cement, blocks, any free documentation. Wumpe we now pedeng. Free one sesia 0552 487 385. Hello, Midofo Rose, Diamond Grand Ray Estate 4, and I'm a meniaji say you. And then Missuma your land owner, say Ebano Land Promotions in Quadia, Diamond Grand Ray Estate, ye number 1. Make us say ya promotion air cost of the day. Very huge.
Aboy ma shefo nyina ajo emoma kwaba Diamond kase so enye o memu samne amahudo so nsama ye bone eno emra so se ye de beso mo e wo Diamond kase so ene eya ye mo boso ne da etaso aduonu no mo mfempem mienu ni aduonu enan emu na ensema bedi akotene e wo kase bonu bi ene se ma nyina na ado dankwa ekofu ado asegana fo nyina enkran se wonka wana kuma enso wonye na enche ye economy
Abai etimi eni adwumako a wodedi won kanyina akasa.
Afens na Frankatuni edema the movement for change. Amanyoko no eye alantrematin adane ni sode hunu nyina edi.
Ghana man panyin so edi atodwa se vigilante ku a yete no abato mmrem no yenyan.
We ne ensema huduo bi ene nanwumre yaboabo no ye de ba besomo e wo Diamond kase so. Akenkanfo enanwumre eye me. Mausi no menimenu aba.
Efia frempoma.
Yeah, they are sada ebema Diamond Ground Real Estate and I face Diamond Ground Travel and so one more adaruma and anyway. Yeah, kase boy eba besumo. Ya na ya hu embra ye ba. Ye be she kase bono ase. kwa babio Diamond Kasiye and I will do so ape in some nature moving. Mampenny Nana down kwa a kupu adu area to Ghana Punyana and him say, Wonka Wakuma and two of them, a son say, and check on my Ghana yen economy no, a idea about best macra, send a bay Ghana, Ebenian Tamapa, Efra. What is last time to Ja our Jubilee House, Wabra, or done the newly appointed diplomats no Eddie.
The world is gradually emerging from the shadows of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has left a profound impact on all facets of life. The pandemic has been a catalyst for unprecedented challenges, disrupting economies, healthcare systems, and social structures worldwide. The situation has been further compounded by the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, whose far-reaching consequences have touched every corner of the globe, including our beloved Ghana. In the face of these adversities, Ghana has shown remarkable resilience. We have embarked on a comprehensive strategy to revive our economy, and I'm pleased to note that our efforts are bearing fruit. Indicators of economic recovery are visible, and we're steadily progressing towards our goal of a prosperous and self-reliant Ghana beyond aid. This revival is not solely the result of governmental initiatives, but also the collective effort and resilience of our people who have demonstrated an unyielding spirit in these challenging times. If you will recall, I did say at the height of the pandemic that we knew how to bring the economy back to life, but did not know how to bring people back to life. This remark was made to justify the extraordinary expenditures the government was forced to make during the pandemic to afford relief and protection to the population. I believe in all humility that the nation is today appreciative of the validity of my statement, as our economic recovery is strongly on course. In the first quarter of this year, the economy grew at 4.7%, much higher than the 3.1% forecast by the IMF, led by growth in the real sectors of the economy, the industrial sector by 6.8%, and the agricultural sector by 4.1%. As you are aware, government has also embarked on an ambitious debt restructuring process as part of its attempts to reduce its indebtedness to sustainable levels. I'm pleased to report that we have successfully completed 3 major debt restructuring operations. Government has also embarked on an ambitious debt restructuring process as part of its attempts to reduce its indebtedness to sustainable levels. I'm pleased to report that we have successfully completed 3 major debt restructuring operations.
Ghana man penyini edi sembia to just say, Amayetimi abon homode eni adwumakwa odede won kanyina akasa amen nei abrewa ayipuma kwemu amajuma dia woja ye nyina no wobetimi atoa so wode ensem we atudwa ewo Jubilee House abra na wo dai empanyufo a wayi wo mofoforo no ano.
Requested an unprecedented magnitude of debt restructuring from its domestic bondholders and reached a high participation rate of almost 95%. Coupon rates were reduced from 21% to some 9% on average, and maturities were extended, providing the government much needed breathing space and putting the domestic debt to GDP ratio on a clear downward trend as we reach 25% of GDP by the end of 2028. Overall, 203 billion cedis have been exchanged. This has helped ease the massive near-term local debt service burden, which was more than 40% of our tax revenues. Furthermore, the completion of the DDEP will help to reduce the present value of debt to GDP ratio by 9 percentage points in 2028. 2 weeks ago, government reached an agreement on a memorandum of understanding with our bilateral creditors through the Ghana Official Credit Committee, co-chaired by the Republic of France and the People's Republic of China, to restructure $5.1 billion United States of our debts owed to them. The agreement with our bilateral debt holders, when implemented, will lead to a cash flow relief of around $2.8 billion United States or 39 billion cedis in debt service, which will be postponed between 2023 and 2026 to be repaid later and at a cheaper interest rate. Furthermore, the completion of these negotiations has paved the way for the IMF's Executive Board to convene at the end of this week on Friday, 28th June, to approve Ghana's second review of the fund program, which will result in a further disbursement to Ghana of $360 million United States in support of the program. Today, government and representative of our commercial bondholders announced a major breakthrough in our negotiations with them. An agreement has been struck over the restructuring of $13.1 billion United States of value of debts. The agreement will result in significant savings to the government. The savings include the cancellation of $4.7 billion United States or 65 billion cedis of the debt stock. In addition to the stock decrease, Ghana will save $4.4 billion United States or some 60 billion cedis in debt service. This is the difference between what was originally due to be paid to bondholders until 2026 under the original terms and what will now have to be paid until 2026. This comprises principal savings of $1.7 billion United States and interest savings of $2.9 billion United States. The agreement therefore means that bondholders will provide $4.4 billion United States in cash flow relief during the IMF program, in addition to the cancellation of $4.7 billion United States of the debt stock. Many of the projects stalled as a result of the debt negotiations will now resume. The conclusions of the negotiations have been highly satisfactory and to some extent unprecedented in the history of country debt restructurings. The Minister for Finance, the Honorable Amin Adam, Member of Parliament for Karaga, and his team at the Ministry of Finance are to be warmly commended for this historic achievement.
The newly 9 appointed diplomats wapa won no mampanyi na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo ede ato won anim se wole dwuma ene se wobeboa ama oman Ghana akọ enim ochire se bibi biara wo behu wo hu bia no wonboa se ne be ya wode oman Ghana edin ebekọ echire se ye oman mu ana se amafoforo so wole dwuma ene se wobeboa se ne be ya Ghana man no ebetu
I met here to swear in 3 high commissioners, 5 ambassadors, and 1 ambassador at large, marking the 5th occasion in my 2nd term that I have the honor of entrusting such important responsibilities to esteemed citizens, a testament to the vibrancy of our public service. All 9 have been carefully chosen to become our high commissioners and ambassadors designate, and constitutional provisions pertaining to their appointments, specifically consultation with the Council of State in conformity with Article 74, Clause 1 of the Constitution, have been duly respected. They are Vice Admiral Seth Amwama, High Commissioner Designate to the Federal Republic of Nigeria; Mrs. Francisca Ashite Oduntu, High Commissioner Designate to the Republic of South Africa; and Mr. Ernest Yao Ampofo, High Commissioner Designate to the Republic of Rwanda. The rest are Major General Nicholas Peter Andor, Ambassador-designate to the Republic of Turkey, Mr. Henry Techimenson, Ambassador-designate to the Kingdom of Belgium and Head of Mission to the European Union, Mrs. Charity Bedao, Ambassador-designate to the Kingdom of Morocco, Ms. Abigail Na Ajoko Kwashi, Ambassador-designate to the Kingdom of Norway, Dr. Robert Afriye, Ambassador-designate to the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and Permanent Representative to the African Union and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and Nana Bediachu Asante, Ambassador at Large, who is also Secretary to the President. They have all conducted themselves well in the public service of our country and are eminently fit to represent Ghana in their respective places of accreditation, which have expressed satisfaction at their appointments. Indeed, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge two persons who have distinguished themselves in the service of Ghana's military. Vice Admiral Amwama was the immediate past Chief of Defense Staff of the Armed Forces, and Major General Andor, who served as the Chief of Staff of the General Headquarters of the Armed Forces. Both demonstrated exemplary dedication and leadership. These individuals possess invaluable experiences and insights that will be crucial in navigating the complexities of international diplomacy. Their support and collaboration will be essential in achieving your objectives and ensuring the success of your missions.
Ghana man penyini Nana Addo Dankwa ede ensem bi atudwa se vigilante kwa wote no abato mbrem no ebeya yenyai okosoa echire mu se asomdwe hu hia na fiwe mu pa enti se waye wadwene se wo bete se kuo bi saade a ene bomodin nejai ode nsem we atudwa ewo Jubilee House.
As we look ahead to the upcoming presidential and parliamentary elections in December this year, my unwavering determination to ensuring that these elections are conducted in a manner that is free, fair, transparent, and credible. Ghana has been in our generation a beacon of democracy on the African continent, and it is our collective duty to safeguard this reputation jealously. Anyone who seeks to subvert the free will of the people will be dealt with in accordance with law. No candidate or political party is superior to the will of the Ghanaian people. Government is determined to enforce strictly the law on vigilantism. Any individual or group found culpable and falling foul of the law will be made to face its full rigors. Vigilantism has no place in our democratic space, and we must all work together to ensure a peaceful and orderly election period.
Frank Atuni Edema Movement for Change, Amanyo Kono, Alan Tramantin, Adan, and Nusadi Hununa Edi, Eno Ebebua, or Mine Ghana. Watuni Din said the great transformational plan, what Chemu Eka said, say a share as to say agriculture, tourism, governance, and affairs to infrastructure na, a idea wabesha Hokina, Sanya Beya, or Mine Ghana, Ebetumpo.
It's comprised of 6 interrelated clusters: economic, governance, infrastructure, social services, environment and natural resource management, and last but not the least, behavioral and mindset change. Each cluster has a number of pillars, thematic areas, and policy solutions. The plan is significantly different from the party manifestos that have been presented by the 2 political parties that have been in power in Ghana for decades. The policy solutions under the GTP are concise, clear, and action-oriented. 1, reduce the current size of government and run a lean executive administration consisting of not more than 40 ministers. Eliminate sole sourcing in public procurement and contracting to ensure value for money, which has over the years been a major source of the bloating of government expenditure. 3, consolidate into a single administrative unit all existing government departments, agencies, and other public sector organizations which have overlapping mandates. The Ministry of Energy, for example, has 14 different agencies under it. Reinforce existing mechanisms in payroll and employee compensation management and administration, which is designed to eliminate ghost names from the public sector. Reduce government spending and financing on infrastructure projects by at least 60%. And in place, introduce innovative private sector financing of infrastructure using models such as build, operate, and transfer (BOT), build, own, and operate (BOO), EPC with financing, EPC with suppliers' credits. Undertake a comprehensive review of the entire structure of government spending and public expenditure with a view to reducing the national public expenditure ratio to gross domestic product. That is the ratio of public expenditure to GDP to a target not exceeding 10% over a period of 5 years.
Opening Powder Alliance for Revolutionary Change and no on for Alan Kwadwo Chairman Tin Edin Sembi atu just say MPPO NDCO enya dia obetimi aboa Ghana for ebeya Ghana for ento aba enfama na fi mu se ne ebeya Ghana betimi afa ne ento mapa efra.
We have an opportunity in the general elections in December this year to cross that bridge and move Ghana into a new era of peace and prosperity by electing me as the first independent candidate to become the President of the Republic of Ghana. I will install a new government of national unity that will mobilize the collective strengths and talents of all Ghanaians and not only a privileged few, irrespective of ethnic, political, or religious affiliation. Ladies and gentlemen, both the NDC and NPP have had the opportunity of being in charge of this country for the last 32 years. I believe in all sincerity that they have exhausted their competencies and capabilities and ought not to be restored or retained in power, considering the fact that they have not demonstrated either by word or deed that they have any plan for Ghana. 5 months to a general election, we are still waiting for the manifestos of our two leading parties. Between the two leading parties, they have, over the 3 decades that they have been in power, resorted to extensive borrowing to finance their manifesto promises. The culture of unrestrained borrowing is what has landed us into the ditch in which we find ourselves. A significant component of the loans that have been acquired have gone into financing consumption, the repayment of existing loans, and investments in social services that typically do not generate any economic returns in the immediate short to medium term, and therefore limit our capacity to service those loans.
Yeba home kaste bonus to na yakwaje aboafo nkrato abayeba yeba to us.
Say, I did not get down. And ya depa, then you do see.
Say, a mammy and to Chimasi. Say, no, was it did you feel the dear Wabra and the pan was will be a penny forcing me that one found to a free talk. The thing we said, you should hear. But if also could get me now, no good yet. So, when you remarked on my baby, I don't pass upon the be anywhere. Chowman, estimate the master maker now. I allow the other. I really met you. I didn't have Kabama. Come, we need better not to it. But I know how much you. It's only your farm, Papa. Mother, she shouldn't ever in her life put on anything that belongs to me in this house again. What is it? This year, and then yet I'm back. It's better than sacrifice a fee. And you're who when you are brave. I can't let you. Body and the crime. Ah, but you say, body. I'm a big village at the sea. What's wrong? Now what's the day? I want him back. It was your first to put the pressure, man. Sir, the person made the mouth. I'm your doctor. Bedroom, hall, kitchen, just say backyard in baby. And yes, I may mean a me baby son, bro. Some of my so what than this, you know, now then, when you're penny, before you are meant.
Hey, Paul Amantam near Sia de Campo. I have a Sia de Campo and wob. I see what mubium. So will him say you are down for and you are down for. And you're down for my name, and I only free of you. I you will go her and part on the wee pan. Wait a series for cry, they have bro. I ain't kills you. Yeah, they have bro our Diamond TV as so. Yet you didn't die any break. Monday to Friday.
Hey, that program we. Once I may also me home. Once I say I may also me home. As I say, who says that program we ye de brewa programmer ye be suya di wo.
Na ye you. Ane me say ye you. Eje before ye bawura adeso ho. Mo amoto wade baby biara mo bo chenku no. Ane ye bepa ko.
Unim ade ba ko ye me de e wo ho ne say ya no mu de ne de o mo nchiro ba we de ye ntu ye bo ase. Yeji from Monday till Friday. Ye we are Sunday no yet na say 7 o'clock. Ye na ye we nso ani akọcha room. Ai
Wenti any ya pamfo ana say ye guest ebetina say ne sinkunya ne ye biebiem apapa mu adomo asuko na wonso wafre wonya akonya ai wobenya akonya na wonso wafre na wonso de wasam aba na in case Usha movie ni kwa wia nenia ya sha movie na wie no wo de afre ya bisa question bi na utimi twade a enya atade de bebrebe
Minia Diamond TV we series way one shot why ya ho Paul Amantam ni esi edikanfo
Enye come.
obi biara akwa aba biom Diamond Kaseɛ ɛna wenu guso a ohwe yɛtoa Kaseɛ bɔ no ɛso Baba Sadiq a parliamentary candidate Edema Okankwe Central Abetwa Empeswa so Edin Sembi Atuja Wochire mu say NPP NDC amanyoko 24-hour economy hyehyɛ na wo mudi apa no eye hyehyɛ kɛse pa a eba beboa eye ye economy ne se ne be ya ebetra Ghana ye nhye
jamu dia omo ni sa ideas no omo ni sa nimdie no but essentially the 24-hour economy no ohwe tibia ebedu sesia e wo man ni mu a edrum pembenso a we need a bigger concept, a bigger idea bit to expand the economy in my mind. A bigger concept because I mean where we've gotten to now, the economy and it's shrinking and it become very useless for even the most resourceful people. You know, we're looking to create an idea a bit to making sure say some of the demand that we have within the country are anchor. You're importing yama to meet the demand, you know. We were able to support businesses any ejumadi bebrea almost one bit tonight and meet this particular demand, you know, just so we can expand the economy in terms of or create growth opportunities for them, expand the economy, and then ensure say teacher and maybe no be a bit many ejumai.
You know, the share around this time, you know, a day in a political parties in Eka. All campaigns now, as a promises, no, they ma and mebuno. Emundi enwen na ebebe boa ama ebie oman mu ama emebuna timenya adwumaye nti yebotai ni say political party bia odi boshe bi beba sa boshe no eba be bie oman mu ama youth enya adwumaye no ebe ma sa political party na akwenya ama sa boshe na odi aba no obechiechi mu acha emebu
obekae a mra ye ba ba mu a edum so crisis ba ye as a crisis na nye NDC ni President Mahama na course here na your generation capacity no na ndru 2000 megawatts so that say President Mahama adawroma enchi obaya no otimi ma production na e cost through threefold MPP for buy kra no say e excess capacity enti capacity no e wo ho ti John Mahama has shown say energy sector no wonimdie no enti oba baby ye kudru ye na ma ye stabilize the energy no you be page akra ma energy sector no aye better than said ya ye sija no ho
emembu na ewo krom ha a wo mu dwane akọ amonone ukọ kempon se sia na wo mu dwane ekọ Canada UK Germany name them wo mu dwane ko a 24-hour economy practice nations, countries, to take up in Juma art, Sebiota Fratch, Ebia or Hokraba onye. Now say, ye de brew your doorstep. Why do you think say it is not a good policy?
Penipa or Ghana Union Movement are no gum. On one for Christian Kwabna Andrew at the Nsembi at just say. What in this wadi hunu na o pese o de ema Ghana e na atudwai enti Ghana for enhwe na this wadi hunu no na won fa into aba emman no
you be a old age benefit I just say enipa nyina the TV will be 60 years so ton katie so ton bode so ekwani so ya ba adwuma so nya ba adwuma old age benefit na be ka no it will be a beginner beto sa na frɛ no let's say they are obedi 60 years no na bosumi bia so a wako bank akoyi bibi kakra na de atodwe na di ye to so biem you say sa free healthcare no aye de ba no aye gum Ghana Union Movement pese de ba no ye tell say enipa nyina ntia se ye wo eba doctors e wo man mu amu kurukuru nuru awodo bitima boa mo man no enya yaresa na so de ho akokoto kosi buruni aduro so enti na ama bebre ya bebre kidney any pressure na da de koso gina ye nuru na foreign rule nam de ba me no kan tete ebra na isusu no yeko school no gise ma me no twetwan haban sija so efin dudu onnom wi ansa no akodi odua na wako school ene ma nipa hoden amani ati de ati nti epese introduce system say ye be frɛ wona ewo ejini nyina heba ejino industries no ye no mo trans obi adu bi owo ebi osimi de bancha aban ene nunum ene bia gene ka ho a mitimi nya we yetase ne hu collab ne hu ya de begu hospitals na fi yetimi ahwe nkofo amomonya hoden ebra national health insurance system de be ye free o ebra ye free ɛho hia so kɔ registansa ansa no wakɔ gya yɛrehwɛ gumfo wɔ policy bi a ɛfrɛ no freeport sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi bie freeport no bɛsɛ 1 year atoɔ ama Burkina Faso foɔ aba ɔman mu Cote d'Ivoire foɔ bɛba Nigeria foɔ bɛba hotels bɛyɛ ma taxi drivers bɛnya nkɔfoɔ afa wɛnum 1 year ne yɛtɔn nneɛma a ɛwɔ fam ne boɔ no wɔ fam a ɛma nneɛma mono abɔ ɔman mu obi kɔkɔtɔ kaa ɛbɛyɛ sɛ 200 million every America what be do Ghana has here na aban the best 1.2 billion atoso na che say ska no ekɔ animu it is aban person kire say se ponu ni ho aka be fa so aba etinka onidi wona ɛwɔ Burkina Faso na eni pono a ɔmode eniema fa so ba no ɔmo entimi nkomonim ɔmo komonim enti yɛn de yɛpɛ yɛ draw policy bi sɛ free port for every citizen of Ghana so adibia de bebia no ebe free na free electricity na ɛde eni so ɛde atudwa nkɔfo ka ho nsɛm no gum si ɔbɔ free electricity baba because the chance electricity nka companies ni befa 70% na domestic no so for 30% enti wona yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ companies here ye na etiti fi ahodo mu ade na ye modern mo companies no mo nkomonim ye mo tax ma low na ye fa electricity no mo ntua na tememfo ho nto won isan say ye de atutemefo so mo kire won etimi she Ghana for boss gumba ye de after 1 year no ye be free electricity no atom ama obi owo fie bi ntua electricity bi ni mo companies ahodo be bi no e na be fa electricity no ka
Abanya Kuntabuni Edema the Ghana Statistical Service Edia Tuja say Jumekuo no Ebeshe Ghana Living Standard Survey no ase was September Bosum Yemo.
That is since 1987. Indeed, Ghana your first national household budget in 1975. If you know 1987 I started Living Standard Survey no. Na botaya de chi no edos. Ebini say ye pese ye hwe sena inflation attempt be a calculating no basket nyoma na ekọ basket no sena reflected the ankrofoto until last time Ghana ye did say juma we 2017-2018 until one of the benefits from the Living Standard Survey is to identify items and ankrofoto to help us rebase our consumer price index. If you issue my opportunity to rebase our the value of the economy from your friend our gross domestic product say every quarter the year on year and now quarter on quarter GDP the tuja GDP yeah can one semi your 4 different data sources for the computation of GDP. Baku air household, Baku air firms, Baku air government, and at the 4th one here the external trade. GLSS 80 like the previous GLSS no ever my enquenja ama yehu expenditure patterns from the household perspective and also give us the opportunity to start calculating GDP from the regional perspective. Where we inflation GDP which are 2 key economic statistics are you putting out to inform the economy. GLSS no man inquire share diverse issues spanning education, health, migration, governance, peace and security, non-farm household enterprises. Into GLSS 8 cover 14 different areas. Into from all these 14 different areas, no, we can get information on it.
Kindergarten, lower primary, upper primary, JHS, all the way to SHS and TVET. So that gender parity of 1, finding 100 girls and 100 boys in schools, it's an attainment that we are very much excited about. We must sustain. We have a lot more to do to attain the details of our education strategic plan and also the pursuit of SDG Goal 4. But a lot of strides have been made together. And the outcome of the Ghana Living Standard Survey Round 8 will further augment on our efforts, will point us in the right direction, as you director indicated, and even arm us to take decisions that are data-driven, to be able to target efficiently, and to be able to know where to exert our strength, and to know which interventions we must even pump in more investment, and others that we must, suspend to be able to maximize.
Deputy Minister for Education, Onwanyamfo John Intim Fojo, Eddie Ensembi Atuja say, Akwensidia ne si ekwan ema mmofra ntimi enko school no. Nyame ayadom ama free education aba yini na efiri ho. enti ene obi ani akwasidie wɔ n'ani so sɛ ontimi enko school
kan no na sɛ nkora wie school we wie BC no nhwehwɛmu bɛdaadi sɛ 151 between 120,000 to 150,000 students and afi bia no we BC a waben sample ontimi nkɔ nanim enko TVET and enko secondary school because family calling ni ho boafo ni ho me kura ase a me wie school ni aben kura bebre wo ho me pɛ na metumi kɔ secondary school ɛno mpo no ɛkaketu a bi ntumi ankɔ na wohwɛ mrantie ne maba dodo a na wɔn so wani da so so nko metumi abibi kɛse abo ɔman na wɔn nyinaa daakye aka baabi a ne nsɛka nanka free SHS wɔ hɔ a nka dodo na betumi apagya yɛde free SHS ba yi wo yɛ ohiani wo yɛ sikani wo ba etumi kɔ secondary school wo ba tumi kɔ TVET a ɛnkɔ yɛ how ɛma na no aboa amia pagya mu kan no na kɔ secondary school ni TVET na kanu nyinaa bɔ mu a nkora wo mu yɛ 830,000 and they ya bohum mienu komu a 1.45 million students and to me enya faso a wo mo SS and TVET which say o man no emfa ho ene babia ye wo to ye say ye wo to siri so say ya 1 2 3 so say aban ne boa na ko anim na so obenya
It's what we call the learning poverty. So Mbekaya, year 2021 population housing census, to just say about 7.9 million people, that is 6 years and older, or to mean kind any language with understanding. We are any ministry needing come over the period. And I might see, I know you're going to GLSS 8, no? You per se focus on learning poverty. Now, Juma, what causes the learning poverty and also the consequences of it. Causes government the opportunity to design the right interventions to help bring down the learning poverty. Now, learning poverty in the definition, I say, if you are unable to read and you are unable to calculate basic numeracy at your age, then there is a challenge. When I be focusing on for the GLSS 8.
And Chepi and I would ja eto a circle and an importamuna and no and I'm so Emma. I'm out for the drona actually one in Yapadie. Now way and I'm so Emma, the greater regional minister Daniel Ni Kwete Titles Global and then send you at to ja what you say. Ma one dan junu huda and now one hour yama eshe and ma one dan junu who crashed da self on best that SCBB was a year assassin as we say. Assassin deɛ ɛyɛ ban ɛdia na ɛnyɛ obi biara ɛdia wɔde sansɛm yi ɛtutwa wɔabra wɔde na probo ɛkɔpie mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ circle ɛne ne mpɔtam.
On the 5th of June, a jacket bi to hase pa ɛnyɛma wɔ nyinaa ɛhyɛ na deɛ yɛ hu ne sɛ mohwɛ fidie a ɛsum ha yi ɛyɛ grid kofoɔ ɛgyapadeɛ power na ɛwɔ mu no nyinaa no ɛnam ha nyinaa de yɛkɔ ɛna nipa dasani ɛti ade ase me na yɛ me suro ahoma no baako te na ɛtɔfo mu ha nyinaa yɛbɛhye waze because voltage na ɛwɔ mu no is about 1000 kilowatts ɛbɛtuma kum yɛ nyinaa but nipa te ha sei ɛnde ba na saa no meka sɛ me mo mba back ɛmbɛtra yɛbɛ sisi he nyinaa na yɛ pam mo de free ya ɛnde yɛm sɛ. And then Nanansa was the last week, and I'm a operational team with the support of the soldiers and the police for Abaha and make sure see clear. And then I pay me Bahami, but you man on my yeno. And the Amemun so many so ye papa. Yaba no more as your mom, your member woman. Ye did Jebidiano, Echa, Assassino. Ye betche. Na was I about your bosom, ye mount quinsa and the mamma instructions. Na ye make sure say, and a pebiano, ye befa. Amuze bibi koswa yenso anu ntentem ye gya omumu saa no a afi omusi ade ne wi a wo pamo na akoye den ma wodi wani di akire oye wi a na ya isa de ye no afi ha no ye wo se pesca na ye twa wall fiti anu ha sei akodo anafo ho no they will protect the land said you be ntumi ba ha e me bibi basa mo chiro ze no slam no nyama boni na ha no sebi ze dwuma mu di wa no nkwala nketenkete 11 12 13 sebi jantra bana woni bono ha na dudu nara enya gana fomba and in a way chere mabuni nyina ye buni nyina afiri ho na kromfo so wa ha criminals e wo ha pa and ye obi cycle phone fini ze yadwane a ni abehya and the ma adwuma no asrafo no secret fo no adwuma no e de ne and ye buhanya pete ne dawa ye mobia kwan e be se ye ni be die kire na media fo nso ye de mase mumbo ayen se be mu na mobo de wuro no maye na adwuma no so aye no so ye matemfo no enti yase.
Mr. Samuel Dompre eye onipa bia wode adoye ato ne ho so akese oye adoye ankasa na wakopie mu ewo ekutu ase waye kwan foforo kra ede ama won
edumaya nde kotida na pe mu eye ya beda same dodo na beda same tuda onu no wetu mu esi won so obobo ma electric ya no afọ tuma pe fira ti same tuga babua ekutu ase ma na nanu so any because cement ya won wa ye trade ma ya so dia support no ya support ni say omboa ma ye se class me class e pot o sha ya tati e bu pocket wo ya toilet public toilet e won no at the community center no ni da ye better same ani ni asami ma ni class e won na nanu ya ka boma ya be ti tuma no ya better same e bu aboso ya se ma aboso ko so hu same the contribution or you know about it in the today who say there it may cross na you better samine more and the classing for the assembly man cement e won o area more say on go me casting classing na pocket the move you better samine wa o go classing
na name simi wa ha nti no no so ye onim fon hu ni be ma hu so di atwaso
okay abosman the jitu bia le say o man to my one so dream o man in your fema some sugar just electric and na kuma so na o fact no say senia just apatananswa de put no final any so to a edinwa fact no say but you na more edikan why I got this na area akede e require that so na ye be no na e require that do form na aside here ene ye ma abom mbra na ye to cement na ye fan kan e fan ye concrete e fan to pan so mo na am sure I know say sa concrete dey put am mo to no e bi aba boss ya see ya no mo ye no mo to ya aye kama ya sa sie no dey adwene ba no e asan member ene na nanu mpeni so just say ya adwene pa your man cement I want on the support no na ya to bia kan ya boa ni ya ne kama enu yam se ne ba e ka obia e be ma so act kama ti de we mu so na bo de misa e wa ha na so ayi ni be ma sam tuga enya ya o so ye no na ye ni ya boa ma sa da ye so no abum uko kuto jina so bompire no wa bompire e dia boa no wo shan kan ka bia yam ko ai wa dum no tuni si wo da support no na ya to bia kan ya boa ni ya ne kama enu yam se ne ba e ka obia e be ma so act kama ti de we mu so na bo de misa e wa ha na so ayi ni be ma sam tuga enya ya o so ye no na ye ni ya boa ma sa da ye so no abum uko kuto jina so bompire no wa bompire e dia boa no wo shan kan ka bia yam ko ai wa dum no wo tuni si wo ne amwa na le trade ya no etumi afa
ye be home kasie so na ye nua be madam kwa Isaac ede agudie nsem atwaso
adepa wo fia oye wo be pm ewo Asaraji Enterprise ohwe se ne nipa agodon pm ewo hana e che se adepa ewo fie enti na wosom se twitwe ai open American bats American shoes I dresses entade a efe obi ono so okọ wedding me be se me dem sonko ai aha ye woni ma pa wo be dem sonko o ba bia wo kobia na wo bi na wo fie na pese wo start business bi Asaraji de wo se owo ho e de mawo o produce atunu a na se wo pen ankran susu a eno susu won sa e be ka obe wo ye chi akwan e wo New Makola shopping mall second floor honoma obe ho Asaraji Enterprise wo ye honom na ni omo eni ensa wo so se wo pata dia topa ye quality dia eno ane Asaraji Enterprise
se obe pie mu e wo Asaraji Enterprise dia ye wonyama bi te say bags, shoes, dresses, accessories, perfumes, emofranta de emoframpaboa ene niama ahodo a ekeka ho Asaraji Enterprise say obi biara opese wutu eniama eton no osebra ombeboa ona chese wonso wonsa etimi akabi se wo ye ankran so na wo pe atade anase wo pe accessories edimu e de di wudwuma so a obetimi aba Asaraji Enterprise ombeboa ama wonsa akabi se wo pe Asaraji Enterprise e cha kwan dia wo enkran New Makola shopping mall second floor restaurant number 2 obetimi afrem panyifo ewa homachofo isu 0551 540-835 and I said 0591-119-629. Asaraji Enterprise also work with confidence.
Amazing, can this be real? It's like I'm living a dream, but it's how
Areshima enyumre yemo bibiajo okwan etoso mi no sabe agudie mo emboso na yede to Diamond Kase na so mede emamedin ede dankwa Isaac Dakon sena de bia yetena se arafie gina na so na yede nsem ebe down nyina no awuromo so ewo eye fie se na fe sama na nsem kakra na yetimi arabatum yonko piemo so awo eye sama boy ho ana bogu kwa ni ere sama test aje kru ano meche eye 2023 2024 Ghana Premier League no edisi omo so mo ya hboabo akopimo CAF eye championship na fe omahwe na bone bonso bia etimi akoye na etitafo na se fans mo sama boy adapt to just say aban obesere pa se omahwe na fe kwan no mo ye ebon se da be ya CAF championship no omo so sama test benya aye hosting ho na bia enso etimi akoye ngoti fans ni we na emresisia
akokumasi a ye bre papa ye betu to potosum se ye beba ne ayare enso ye hwe wasamem ha koko eniema duane ne niema nyina afiri wasa ena eba enso abanye omuayen aban ba obegina se meye kwan okope ni ha sembim
na se pese sa di premier no nti bedi premier na to aso be tere na se kwan nya e ba so mo free wa temale sunyane bani nyina omo difficulties in the transportation and the vehicle mo fo no omo so ma bedu ase no ma bre ampa so no kwese obefi temela baba du samra boy no wabre ba yene se no se yene yatra ma na kokwa yene nti etumi ko ba sa ni tambia nti e besre
Africa Cup ne be se abona boy nti asra munya kwa ne man no omonya kwa ne man because Africa Cup ne ma mo kwata kwankobo yene abre nti ase abo ne wo abo ha nti pese moya kwa ne.
Right now, Coach Nuruddin and a head coach, and my summer test book, and so they say, Kaka, they have to join in. Also, I'm Babua. Summer test book on a good for a calf championship. Yami next season, I'm Babua, so Yamamoto to Yanso, or then 8 me at a
that with this trophy, with this championship, with this victory, as a young club, the powers that be should see to it that at least the road is start, and then it can facilitate movement, and then when clubs are coming here, they don't complain. In fact, every 2 weeks we move out, but every team will come here only once in the season. So we suffer a lot.
Okay, now on say I did a summer test, and so we move CAF championship on now CAF confederation. Afi every so someone FC. Which Monster couldn't do, and so then some Kaka and about to join in. So I preparation we are towards confederation. I mean, at next season, you know, you must say someone say book on the Eden Sotoman and so Jim Afro so Musiaka and Boa my Ghana in football.
Firm and held the mantle for those who were not there. So congratulations to the players first, to our supporters, and to my backroom staff. Everybody did his job very, very well.
Do you believe you are going to make more history in Africa with such a man?
Let's see what happens. Now, Iremo, our one and seven, and you may idea Euro 2024 matches in the 18 bars of France and Poland. A boy in 1 draw 18 copy of Samsung and Netherlands at Tenafi, and Australia, a born economy and somewhat taken, you know, and you may know, idea England. And Serbia, England and Slovenia, and we're going off and so Denmark and Serbia, and so we're going away and features and now Ogo Copa America, so I done Brazil and Costa Rica, I went down so Rubia, and to me, and Shebo, I didn't know, and so you know, and there was Peru, at Nafion, Canada, and so to me, and a Copa America, Namasa. Everything to draw. Aha, I have been a Mokwana friend, so I would almost I had to Adama Cassan, so Medimount or Medi AC, Messor and Nafi, Miniano, I had any Cassan, so to me adapt to us.
Amazing, can this be real?
Midofo Rose, Diamond Grand Ray Estate 4, and I'm a miniaji say you. And then Missuma land owner, say Ebano Land Promotions in Quadia, Diamond Grand Ray Estate, ye number 1. Make us a ya promotion air cost of the day. Very huge discount. Yes, and you don't come me. Dentura, as I say ye 28,000, ye di about 22,000. Obey my 18,000, ye di about 12,000 Ghana cedis. Omonsassinia ye genuine, no longer, no litigation. Upa sasia eni nsuomudia endi ensutobre ena osa woto asase intimedia dance say Diamond Grand Ray Estate ye number 1 omo payment plan a wo betumi atwa ne nkakra promotion we first 10 people ebe beto asase no ebenya 10 bags of cement blocks any free documentation wompe we now peden free one sesia 0552 487 385.
Unique Stars Movement for NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Yakabum, Ayabetuaba. Yapesa Emabunu, and Quakro, Emaba wo. Obia, sorry, Wakanian Tuaba, and Chia, Nanado Nen Naban. So Amonia Nini, ɔmo ne yɛ nni ne yɛ kura sika ne nyinaa gu wɔn bɔtɔm ɔmo kaa sɛ mama te sika no so ɔmo bɛyɛ na ɔmo hyɛ da pagya ano a na sika no a ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔmo afa akyekyɛ ɛna wɔn die eti yɛtu ɔmo sɛ bayira yɛ nnua bebree nkɔ yie nana ba wa promise yɛ bebree ɔso obesi film village wanyɛ wɔn san yɛ bail ayi kɔɛ sɛ wɔn san ma yɛ kura no wanyɛ yɛ kɔ etu ho anamɔ ɛkɔ demo ɛwɔ parliament ɔmo afi yɛ besi nɛ ɔmo kan budget asinifo nka ho yɛnka ho koraa yɛ nkyene kora nka yɛ ayiram driver nankasa mpo antumfa nipa nkoduru na mate driver's mate no ɔgya no ɔwososo momfa stia ne maame momfa stia yɛfa ma ne kɔku yɛ ana daabi yɛfa stia ne ma ne nkɔku yɛn yɛbɛgye yɛ ho yɛbɛsi afrika no na ɔde kaa no akɔkɔma kaa no owner nankasa ɔno anim driving ɔno de yɛbɛkɔ akɔduru bɔhyɛ asase so
hwɛ ɔman a yɛ team president aba yɛhu sɛ ɔman no mɔɔdɛ anyɛ yɛ kura no obiara kɔba ahotɔ wɔ hɔ na prɛko pɛ musuo a yɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛto aba ɛma MPP aban fiti da yɛto aba ma MPP aban 2016 a ɔmo start sɛ ɔmo rule 2017 bɛsi nnɛ ahotɔ ɛfrɛ no ahotɔ ebi ma ɔman mu da ahokyerɛ ne atete kwanada ebusua ketewa bi pɛ na edidie ɛna the masses no ɛɛbrɛ enti sɛ yɛntumi anka yɛn ho ambom yɛnsi ne twafoɔ titiri we are the voice of the people
ɛwɛ ahyɛfo aha ɛna ɛbrɛ bɛma yɛ kwan na yɛde kasebo nyinaa aba na ewie yɛde aseda ɛbɛma Diamond Grand Real Estate ɛna apɛsi Diamond Grand Travel and wɔn ɛna ɛbɔ yɛkyi dɔm a yɛde enyimire kasebo yi ɛbɛsom akenkanfoɔ ɛna enyimire ɛyɛ me ma ɔsi pɔnyɛ me nyumi nuaba
ɛfia frempɔma